All right, Fit Fam, what's going on? I got a special issue of the Travis Chronicles for you here. We got 10 minutes with Trav with my buddy, NPC Classic Physique competitor Justin Laurent. Justin, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great.
Justin and I, we've known each other for quite a few years now. We've trained together. I've watched him come up, and I'm super proud of him as he did win first in his class in the 2016 NPC East Texas Physique Championships in Longview, Texas. Congratulations, Justin.
Thank you.
I've got the pleasure of watching him prep for that and saw all the hard work that went into it, so I'm super proud from the bottom of my heart. How did it feel, man, to go into your first show and take first in class?
Well, it was a hard struggle getting there, I'll tell you that much. But when I got on stage, it was all worth it. And I'll tell you what, in the end, whenever I received the first place in my class, you know, everything just disappeared. All the struggles, everything that I went through in the past year, all the blood, sweat, and tears, it just disappeared, and it was completely worth it.
That's excellent, man. I remember you coming home with those medals, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little jelly seeing them because, man, there's a pretty medal, man.
I couldn't wipe that smile off my face. I won't lie.
And along with you, we also had some other competitors from our town here in Palestine, Texas, that went down. Griffin Jones went down and took first in his class and first overall in his first NPC show, and as well as our buddy NPC competitor Robert Oberländer, who was in one of my former videos doing the at-home abs training. Congratulations, Robert. He did very well as well. So Justin, that being said, we've talked about the East Texas Physique Championship. What kind of future shows are in plans for you here in the next couple of years?
Well, I did want to compete again this year in the East Texas Physique, but I recently, as you know, went through a training camp called FitOps.
Right.
Performance. Well, I ended up injuring my knee while I was there and had to have some of my meniscus removed. So that was a minor setback for this year. I wasn't able to compete, but I'm prepping strong for next year, and hopefully come April, I'll be ready to go again.
That's excellent, man. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you on the stage again. It's been a long time overdue. So we'll be ready for April, and we'll be expecting to see you there. Let's talk a little bit more about your the FitOps and your experience in the Army. Tell me a little bit about that. You know, I'm from upstate New York, so grew up right outside of Fort Drum, 10th Mountain, and
cool.
So tell me about your experience. Where were you at?
Well, I was at Fort Campbell all 5 years, except for when I was in Baghdad. But man, at Fort Campbell, it's all about PT. You know, they run you to death, and they'll push up you to death. I remember running 5 miles a day, sometimes 7 and 10 on Fridays. It wasn't a joke, but I learned that I don't like to run. But when it comes down to it, they have some excellent gyms, and they really teach you a lot about discipline when it comes to fitness. It's mandatory, so you really get used to it, and you grow to love it. And it became a big part of my life with the Army. And fortunately, since I did serve in the United States Army and I am a veteran, I was given the opportunity to go through FitOps, which is for veterans. It is actually 100% tuition paid for veterans, and what they do is they actually train you to become a NASM certified personal trainers, and you're trained by some of the top people in the world, one-on-one. So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity. So if anybody has a chance, check it out. FitOps, I believe it's fitops.org. Give it a chance, check it out.
That's excellent. I've actually done a little bit of reading up on FitOps myself, especially, you know, since you went through it. I got to, you know, see it firsthand and read up a little bit more on it. And I see that Dr. Stone and his wife are putting in a lot of work, and they're training the crap out of some people up there, and they're creating excellent physical trainers and excellent competitors as well. So props to them. Props to Performix for helping put it on. Let's see. Now that we're done talking about FitOps, let's skip to another topic. Everybody always asks me, and this is a very popular question with pretty much every bodybuilder, they want to know when, where, and why you started your fitness journey. I know, you know, mine, and of course, you know, my personal fitness struggle is with diabetes, and, you know, overcoming that for me. So everybody that's always curious, man, where was your start? What made you? What was your trigger? What made you want to get back in this gym?
Well, it's a really long story, but to cut it short, I was actually at the toughest point in my life. I was battling with anxiety, depression. My PTSD was controlling my life. I was going through the hardest part in my life. And when I was at my lowest point, my brother actually called me up and said, "Hey man, come to the gym." And after about a month of training with him at the gym, just learning some things from him, I really got addicted to it, and I found out that it was a great way for me to manage my stress and my anxiety and help control some of my PTSD symptoms.
That's excellent. Good
So,
stress relief.
It was great.
That's cool, man. So you kind of took a negative part of your life, brought it to the gym. The gym helped you turn it around, and now you're releasing endorphins every day.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's cool, man. So through your fitness journey, I'm sure that you've had plenty of influences. A lot of people I know, especially going back to me, bringing it back to individualizing it. I've had tons of people influencing my fitness journey, and including yourself. You've put me through some great training regimes, and we've had some excellent talks about nutrition, fitness, and supplementation. So, in your opinion, in your personal experiences, if you had to pick one person specifically who's been a great influence on your fitness journey, who would you choose and why?
One person. Yeah, that's a tough question. There's been so many people that have influenced my journey. Even the negative side has
totally
influenced my journey. But if you want to go with the positive, I guess I'd have to say Lenny Doc Sohn.
Yeah.
Not only is he, he was a corpsman, he's a veteran, he's a bodybuilder, he's an amazing mentor, he's a great coach, he's an absolute father figure to everybody that he meets. And I see what him and his wife have, and it's absolutely beautiful. He's an inspiration not only in the bodybuilding world, but in all aspects of life, I believe.
That's excellent.
So yeah, he inspired me quite a bit.
That's excellent. And on that note as well, Dr. Sohn, I've been seeing some of the work on those girls you've been doing on Instagram. These bodies coming out of your camp are great. I saw Janae's photo she was posting last week on Instagram. If you guys get a chance, Dr. Sohn is creating some phenomenal physiques. Go and check them out. Let's see, that being said, I'm sure you've also met a lot of professional bodybuilders, amateur bodybuilders along the way. I know that I've gotten to meet a few of my idols in some of my journeys. You've told me a few of yours, so let's just skip to that big question. Top 3 bodybuilders of all time, no particular order. Just give me 3 of the most solid names that you have that are influential to you in bodybuilding.
Top of my head, Phil Heath, Jay Cutler, and Chris Bumstead.
That's excellent. That's excellent. 2 Mr. Olympias was Jay got 5 and Phil just got number 6.
Yep.
So there's 11 Olympias and 2 people right there, and Chris
Bumstead's looking good.
Bumstead's looking great.
He's classic. I'm classic, so I got to kind of eyeball him.
Yeah, of course. You got to watch those people in your division, and props to Breon Ansley for beating Chris Bumstead. I don't know how you pulled that off, but you looked phenomenal, and
good.
Man, you beat Bumstead's vacuum, and that's amazing. So, man, I like your top 3. That's
that
impressive.
vacuum, though. Oh,
Dude, that vacuum. Like that's a lost art.
Yeah.
You're sure right. I guess I'll go to one more question, and we'll call it a wrap.
All right.
And let's see. How about? Here's a great one. Everybody has a struggle. Everybody has multiple struggles in their fitness journey, whether it be training related, nutrition related, health and wellness. What is your individual biggest struggle, your biggest hardship when you're competing, or you're training, getting ready to compete?
My biggest struggle, no matter what it is, whether I'm bulking or whether I'm cutting, competing, or just everyday training, no matter what it is, it's always food.
Always food.
I try to eat as clean as possible, as healthy as possible. But unfortunately, when you do eat clean and healthy, you're required to eat more often, or more calories, or more quantity.
Excellent.
So,
Absolutely.
it makes it a little harder to get all those calories in, especially if you work full time. You can't eat every 2 to 3 hours like you're supposed to, so it becomes a struggle.
No doubt.
So meal prep is a big thing for me. I at least try to prep my meals at least 3 days in advance. and go from there. Plus, I like variety. I like to change it up. So if I make more than 3 days worth, I might get tired of it.
Yeah, I totally understand.
So that's a big thing. You got to like the food that you're eating.
Right. Just as much as we push the plates with the barbell, we got to push the plates on our table as well. I totally agree with that. That being said, let me give a shout out to some of my sponsors right quick. Thank you for Rise Performance. If y'all get a chance, go to riseperformance.us and check out our new pre-workout. We already had the Execute Frostbite. Now we got the Supernova. It tastes just like strawberry Starburst. It's awesome. Pink Starburst, you can't go wrong with that. FitSelection.com. Remember, at Rise Performance, you can use code Montroy10 for 10% off. FitSelection.com on all your fit jewelry. You can use Team Montroy for 10% off. Remember, thank you to Anytime Fitness for letting us make the video up in here. This is our house of gains in Palestine, so this is where we're making it. And of course, thank you, Justin.
Thank you
for being here and everything that you do for me and for our fitness industry. And I can't wait to see you get that pro card and destroy some of these dudes.
Same here. You're a great friend, man.
Later, brother.
Thanks.